Hello boys, welcome back to another session of video tutorials, and this session is meant for class 12th biology students, and this is for 21st January 2021. As we are into the revision mode, we are revising each chapter of the entire syllabus in the form of test papers. So already we have done one test paper and this is test paper 2. So the basic purpose of doing this is to make you familiarized with important concepts of the chapter as well as the type of questions, topology of the questions that come and how to answer it, and the important diagrams, how to draw, how to label, and writing the significance of each label. So all this will help you to prepare well for the board exams. As part of it, today we are dealing with chapter number 4, reproductive health. So as usual, there is multiple choice questions to start with, followed by 1 mark question, 2 mark question, 3 mark question, and 5 mark question. So here we go. First, histamine is secreted by histamine, kidney, B, liver cells, C, nerve cells, and D, mast cells. Okay, we know that histamine is secreted by mast cells. Question 2, name the fluid from which fetal cells are obtained for chromosomal analysis. A, chromosomal fluid, B, uterus fluid, C, placental fluid, and D, amniotic fluid. And we talked about how this is misused also, amniotic fluid, and that helps in sex determination. We can find out in the fetus whether it is XX or XY, so that we know the embryo that is going to develop, is it a male baby or a female baby. So it's amniotic fluid. Question number 3, which one of the following is pre-fertilization event? Formation of germ layers, syngamy, of course fertilization, gamete transfer, and apomixis. It has to be gamete transfer because it is pre-fertilization. First gametes, male gamete and female gamete, should get into the place, designated place. Question number 4, greatest biological problems faced by human being is land erosion, B, depletion of ozone layer, population explosion, depletion of natural resources. I think at present it is this we are facing, the population explosion. Of course other things are also there, like depletion of ozone layer is a concern for us, depletion of natural resources also is a major concern, right? Next, question 5, the specialized procedure to form an embryo in a laboratory in which a sperm is directly injected into the ovum is called. Now see, in which a sperm is directly injected into the ovum, that too in a laboratory. So A, zygote intrafallopian transfer, that is ZIFT. Intracytoplasmic sperm injection, yes, this should be the answer, ICSI. C, intrauterine insemination, and gamete intrafallopian transfer, it has to be this intracytoplasmic sperm injection. Question 6, in the United States, the total number of STDs of bacterial origin remains about the same each year, but the total number of STDs of viral origin increases each year. Explain the reason for this. So it is, we are talking about the viral infection. Question number 7, mention any 2 probable reasons for rapid rise of population in our country from about 350 million at the time of independence 1947 to about 1 billion by the year 2000. Of course now we are in 2021 and already we know that we are around 130 crores plus. So question number 8, infertility is defined as the ability to produce a viable offspring and is always due to abnormalities or defects in the female partner. So infertility is defined as the inability to produce a viable offspring and is always due to abnormalities or defects in the female partner. Okay. Next, question number 9, case study question. This is a new pattern of questioning the things, and this is a new way of asking the questions. Joy loves to play football and was selected as captain of the school team for the district level tournament. He also does social work. He attended a blood donation camp to donate blood and came to know that he was HIV positive. He lost interest in games and refused to play or study. He started counting his days. He remained absent from school for a long time. The biology teacher visited his house and counseled him. Jai was back at school and also played the tournament. So this is the case, and based on the case study, questions will be there. A. What sense of responsibility did the biology teacher exhibit? B. A person detected to be HIV positive should be isolated in the society. Do you agree? Why or why not? Question C. How is AIDS not spread or controlled? Next, question number 10. Describe the technique by which genetic disorder in a developing fetus can be detected. Question number 11. Write the full form for the following. So that is, abbreviations are given. Expansion: MMR, IVF, GIFT, ART. I think all of you know it. Let's see. Question number 12. Correct the following statement. Oral pills are very popular contraceptives among the rural women. Question number 13. What do you think is the significance of reproductive health in a society? What do you think is the significance of reproductive health in a society? Question number 14. Describe the 3 manners in which fertilization of human ovum by a sperm can be prevented. Question number 15. What do you understand by the term population explosion? What are the reasons for population explosion? Answers. Now, you keep a paper, start writing the answers, and after say 40-45 minutes of finishing the answers, compare your answers with the answers that I am giving now. Here are this. Question number 1D, as we said, mast cell. Histamine is responsible for allergic reaction in the body in response to allergens. It is released from mast cells in response to infection or entry of a foreign body. Question 2. Amniotic fluid. Amniotic fluid is used to obtain fetal cells for chromosomal analysis. This method is misused as it can determine the sex of the fetus. The fluid is collected from the surrounding or growing fetus. It is FROM, from the surrounding growing fetus. Next, C. Gamete transfer. Gamete. After their formation, male and female gametes must be physically brought together or to facilitate fusion or fertilization. Question number 4C. Population explosion. The population is growing very fast all over the world. Increased population demands more and more natural resources. Population explosion is the greatest biological problem faced by human beings world over. Question 5. Intracytoplasmic sperm injection. Intracytoplasmic sperm injection is a specialized procedure to form embryo in a laboratory. So artificially we are doing it, in which a sperm is directly injected into the ovum for fertilization to form zygote. Question 6. STDs, sexually transmitted diseases of bacterial origin, can be treated and cured, whereas STDs of viral origin cannot be cured, but at present only inhibited in their multiplication. It can only be controlled. Viral STDs can only be controlled. Question 7. Decline in death rate, and B. Increase in number of individuals in reproductive age. Question number 8. It has to be false. Infertility is defined as the inability of the couple. There in the question they say only female. Here both male and female couple to produce baby even after unprotected coitus. It might occur due to abnormalities defects in either male or female or both. That's why it is false. Question number 9. The case study, I said case study one paragraph will be there, below that questions will be there. So here the biology teacher shows social and moral responsibility along with his commitment to service as professional teacher. And B, no, AIDS is not contagious disease and does not spread until a blood or body fluid contact is established. C, AIDS is not spread by body contact in a crowded place, handshaking, sharing telephone, meals, utensils, clothings, and light kissing. Of course, now there is some sort of objection for this. Using same toilet seat or even swimming pool, it is not transmitted by blood-sucking vectors or by coughing and sneezing. So basically, it spreads through the semen, vaginal fluids, blood, and of course the needles, syringes that people use and share. So that's how the AIDS spread. Hence, the teacher advises the student to come back to the school and play the games also. Question 10. The technique is called amniocentesis, just now we discussed, in which a sample of amniotic fluid is taken during the early stages, fetal development, and the cells are analyzed. These cells can be used to determine the sex of the child, to identify some abnormalities in the number of chromosomes. If it is established that the child is likely to suffer from a serious, incurable congenital defect, congenital is something that comes by birth, the mother is advised to get the fetus aborted. Doctors advise for abortion. But the misuse is that sex of the baby can be known. So some of the parents are misusing this technique and some of the doctors are also misusing it. Question number 11. Maternal mortality rate. Mortality, death rate, maternal, mothers. In vitro fertilization, IVF. GIFT, gamete intrafallopian transfer. It is called GIFT. Then ART, assisted reproductive technologies. Then question number 12. As awareness level is low in rural areas, so oral pills are not very popular among rural females. Oral pills are very popular contraceptives among urban women. Okay. Question number 13. Reproductive health refers to a total well-being in all aspects of reproduction: physical, emotional, behavioral, and social. A reproductively healthy society can solve all the problems of a nation, such as population explosion, sex abuse, sex-related crimes, unhygienic conditions, and standard living conditions. Therefore, for a healthy society, it is important to maintain reproductive health. Question number 14. In barrier methods, ovum and sperms are prevented from physically meeting. Okay. First one is condoms. They are made of thin rubber or latex sheath used to cover the penis in the male or vagina and cervix in the female just before coitus, so that the ejaculated semen is not released in the female reproductive tract. Next, diaphragms, cervical caps and walls. These are also made of rubber inserted into the female reproductive tract to cover the cervix during coitus. They prevent fertilization by blocking the entry of sperms through the cervix. Next, Iuds, intrauterine devices. These devices are inserted by doctors in the uterus through vagina. These are available as non-medicated Iuds like lips loop and copper releasing Iuds, copper T and copper 7. So, and hormone releasing Iuds, that is LNG20. Iuds increase phagocytosis of sperms, that is killing of the sperms within the uterus, and suppress the motility movement of the sperms. Last question. 15. The rapid increase in population over a relatively short period is called population explosion. Population of India, which was approximately 350 million at the time of our independence, crossed 1 billion. Reasons: a rapid decline in death rate, maternal mortality rate, and infant mortality rate. That is, per 100, how many mothers are dying, how many babies are dying, and in general, how many numbers or people are dying. That is death rate, maternal mortality, and infant mortality. So the rate has come down because of rapid advancements in medical field. Second, an increase in number of people in reproductive age. This is the main crux. Increase in number of people in reproductive. People who are between 20 years and 40 years is maximum. That's why they're all under the reproductive age. So the population explosion. Better public health care and greater medical attention, certainly. Control of diseases to certain extent. Protection from natural calamities, yes. And then development of agriculture, improvement in food storage conditions, and better means of transport, and we can say better living conditions. So this is how you need to write point wise for the mega questions. So do not write stories in this. Write a point and explain the point in 2 to 3 sentences. This is how you need to train yourself while answering the 5 mark questions. We will see next time in the next